Hi guys, it's Oda Dr. Vicky for Mystic Sisters Live on a very special week that we've titled Pardon-moi.
Pardon-moi. In honor of those people who have Frenchy names.
Since I believe there's going to be a flood of questions about pardoning and that kind of thing, she helped me do the banner right tonight. And I got the spelling from the Googles. So welcome. I see a bunch of people that are regulars. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, I got to scroll back up to the top here. Mary, Nanette, Paula, Diana, Teresa. Oh my gosh, another Mary, Paul, another to Nanette, Alexandra. Welcome for your Saturday night special. Salute, Jill. Thank you guys so much for showing up. We got some WTF questions ourselves.
Yes, right? Yes. We have folks from Hawaii, from the Pacific Northwest, from Chicago,
nice.
From Massachusetts.
It is Venetian night here.
Venetian night?
Venetian night is like a boat parade.
Oh, okay.
The Venetians decorate their boats, and then the people walk the streets and are drunk and debauch.
Yeah, just like Venice.
Every other Saturday in Chicago.
Every other Saturday in Venice, I'm sure.
So there'll be fireworks and stuff too. This isn't where it's like the party location is. It's a further north from that, but I'm sure there'll be some festivities for Venetian night. I'm going to get his little toy so I can stuff it with, treats. And if you could pull a Mystic Sisters card, we could start.
I will. In fact, I will do that. Okay. Just as a reminder, last week we got Witch's Brew. Who knew who the main witch would be this week? All right. Let me select the card. You want to pick it like we did last time? That was fun. Yeah.
Which one?
I don't feel totally responsible for the card then. I feel like it's a team effort.
Yeah, right. You know what? Antoinette's granddaughter says your stream is blurry. Do your up better. Yeah, it was running in and out too. Sleuth Jill, sweltering hot Dallas, Texas. Girl, I know. Boiling was what I wrote down. Although today we got rain after the new moon in Leo on Thursday, like an hour later, like floods and hail and all kinds of stuff was going on. And it cooled down a little bit. It just got thicker outside. It didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it was hot, and then we got a downpour, and then it was even hotter, and wetter and muggier. But then it changed. It doesn't stay for too long here. It's not like a place where things hang around and stay. I think it's because we're close to the ocean. That's what I'm guessing. I'm no meteorologist, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So you tell me when to stop there, Missy.
Try. Go. Did you get it? Or you froze?
Oh, no, I froze. All right, this might not work. Okay, let's try. Tell me when to stop.
Okay. All right.
Okay. We got the Mystic Sisters card. Dun, dun, dun.
A Venetian night. What?
All right. Let me read this to gals and girls out there. Did I say gals and girls? Gals and guys and girls and who's ever out there who might be interested in what the Mystic Sister card has to say on Mystic Sisters Live. Pardon-moi. Okay, here we go. Psychic connections and shared visions. I like this. It says the Mystic Sisters remind you to trust and value your closest friends. Seek their advice and offer yours to them. If you are not able to physically visit them, try contacting them by psychic means. There are those special few who we meet in our lives and whom mysterious bonds form so deeply it feels like we've known each other's souls before in previous incarnations. These friendships offer lessons through which we can correct our karmic behavior. They awaken us to hidden gifts of character. Perhaps they have some aspect you admire but find lacking in yourself. All of it may take to resolve your present issue is to channel your friends' nature. Let their voices be a guide. Send them love and gratitude in return. So if I have to resolve my present issue through Ona's way of doing it, that should be interesting. All right.
Take an art class.
That's right. I could do that, couldn't I?
Mm-hmm. So Nanette said there was a mass stabbing at a Walmart in Traverse City, Michigan.
Did you say a man?
11 people? I'm going to have to see it. That's awful. But oh God. How do you? I'll look at that. You're frozen. You're fuzzy again.
The book, so I can't tell. I can't tell. Okay.
Go ahead.
How about now?
It's still fuzzy, but your voice is in alignment there. No, now you're frozen.
Apologies for this. This I think is a some sort of cable problem, because I'm not doing anything different, and according to me, I have stuff. I have bars. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, I don't know. When you're closer, it seems like the camera catches up to you, but when you move back, it pixelates.
Okay, I'll just stay right here. Okay.
Yeah,
it's going to be hard for me to sit still, but I'll do it for you.
I'm sorry.
I'll do it for all of you. I'm willing to suffer the sitting still.
Yeah, and it's Paula says it's probably the internet.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know what else it could be.
That's what, we did the palm of the hand thing, and that kind of straightened out. No, it looks better. It just kind of goes in and out, and there is some kind of crazy ass windstorms and stuff going on. I'm sure of it. It's Venetian night. I'm sure of it. I'm sure. I wanted to pull some WTF questions. Should we get the big one out of the way?
Sure. Let's get the big one out of the way.
The big one out of the way. You know what the big one is, you guys? In the comment section, the question is, what the fuck is he going to pardon G?
Ghislaine, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
There was a, even though it's a Saturday night and it's Venetian night, there is an ambulance cop fire thing going on. So let's see. I'm going to use the forgotten ones to roll. You know what? No, I'm going to use the Klimps. Oh. They're already dirty with his dirty business.
I'm going to use my Astro Matrix deck. So the question is he going to pardon her, right? Is that the question?
Is he going to pardon her? Sandra says there's torrential rain happening in southern Ontario. Sandra, on the day of the full moon, when we had, or the new moon on Thursday, I did a small video and it was sunny. An hour later, I sent Vicky the video. It was horizontal rain and there was lightning on the lake. It was crazy. Like as soon as, we were getting closer, I guess, to the opposition of Pluto, which was exact the next day, it was like, wow, there is an opposition for you. It was nuts. Yeah, there was a thing in Traverse City. I've ever been there. Okay. What do you got? What's your first one?
The Star.
I got the King of Swords.
So I think there's hope. I'm trying to pull it up without shutting myself off. Here we go.
Yeah.
Got the Star.
Aquarius.
And then say again.
Aquarius.
Yes. Yeah.
I got the King of Swords, so that would be him. Yeah. Yep.
Or that could just be the legal question, right, of pardoning, because he has the power. He has the legal power to pardon.
Could be. The second card is the Queen of Wands.
I think that's her.
I think that's her too.
I got the Page of Cups. That's him.
Surprise.
He's out of his league. He's out of his league.
That could be bombshell news. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
right. Or a gift. See, something being offered here.
Oh, God.
I think she has the stuff on him, and she's like, look, I'll stay quiet if you, whatever.
It follows the pattern of abuse that we expect from him.
If it's gonna benefit him, he's gonna do it. That's just the end of the story. The question is why, and is that going to be enough, really? But okay, let's continue. At the root,
okay, yeah.
I get the 10 of Wands.
I get the Hermit. So something that would have maybe stayed hidden, or that's the knowledge base, and the Hermit is isolated, right?
Yeah, this could be everything she's carrying.
You bet.
Everything all the information. This is a Sag card. In the past, I got the 8 of Pentacles. I mean, I know it's the 8 of Cups.
I got the 5 of Pentacles.
Okay.
So I wonder if it was offered in the past.
And she turned her back on it?
Not good enough. Not enough. She's in a very powerful position.
I think so, yeah.
She can get pardoned and still rat on him.
Right. In the sky, I get the Page of Pentacles.
I get the Star.
Okay. So this could be some money compensation or something like that, or she might have some information on some financial thing. Maybe his financial...
This could be just evidence, maybe, because these are two people entwined together here.
Yeah, it's probably evidence that they were working together, him and
yeah.
That they had a they weren't just BFFs because they like to, I don't know, do terrible things to the same type of person. But with the most important thing to Trump is money. So it's got to be making him money. I don't think it's just pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, in the immediate future, I got the Four of Swords. She does have to be very careful, I think.
Six of Pentacles.
That's like a payoff, right?
A payoff, or protecting the youth, protecting the young, or something. Somebody died, protecting somebody who died, maybe.
I think this might be a delay. Like,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like he'll do a pardon, but it's not going to be immediate. He's going to promise her something. I don't know, something new, something else, something.
I'm just going to pull. And what's your next card?
How it's seen from outside. I got the Page of Wands. I don't think anybody is believing any of it.
I got the Eight of Wands.
Yeah.
So a lot of stories, a lot of messaging, a lot of side stories, purposefully overwhelming you with side stories, diversions.
Well, this whole thing might be a diversion. When you think about what's going on in the world, while this is salacious, it's not the worst thing that's happening.
What else? What's your next card?
My domestic situation, I got the three of Wands.
3, Empress.
So I think she's planning where she's going to go live across the water.
Yeah.
Maybe like Switzerland or someplace like that.
It's not just like a pardon thing, but this is to set her up to not, to for the rest of her life kind of thing. Like she's trying to negotiate the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
I think we're lost out over the question though, is just, is he going to? Now we're deep in the story, but I think he's going to.
I think so too.
He's negotiating the contract, just like malaria.
Right. Hopes and fears. I got the 9 of Wands, so holding the boundaries, right? Also protecting yourself here, after you've been injured.
Yeah. 3 of Pentacles.
3 of Pentacles. Yeah.
Hopes and fears.
And my outcome. I got the Hierophant.
8 of Cups. She walks away.
Yeah. If she survives.
She is at risk. Definitely. She is at risk. But yeah, if this is in the negotiations already, and it looks like it might be, then we'll get a distraction with Epstein was a spy story. And then people will jump into that, and she'll be on some, witness protection thing for the rest of her life.
I think what I might want to know, and I think maybe somebody here might want to know, is how's MAGA going to respond to all of this?
Let's see. What are they responding to?
Either a pardon, or even the fact that, they're now starting to talk about her like she's the victim, and that it was all Epstein.
Yeah.
Even though she had the trial, and all the information is in the trial stuff, which I believe is public information.
They didn't do anything when they pardoned all the January 6th insurrectionists.
Yeah, but they were the January 6th insurrectionists. This is the pedophile people. These are the people who put Trump in because he was going to clean the swamp and get rid of the pedophiles, because they assumed all the pedophiles were, I don't know, Democratic.
So how are they going to react? I'm just going to pull like 4 cards.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Unless it gets juicier.
Unless more cards are necessary.
This is the Jazz Era Tarot. And it's just perfect because they're already talking about it. So in this card, it's the Hierophant, and the family is listening to the radio for news, right? They're waiting for all this news to pour in. And I know you can't see it, but the picture on their bureau there is the Sun card in this deck. So their news about the Sun. SON or SUN, but that's what that I think is really interesting. And then I get Ace of Wands and the World. It's kind of over at that point. To me, it feels like there's still some that will always be defensive, and then it's just kind of over. You know, it'll be over.
So you think he's not going to lose much then, right?
No.
Okay. I'll tell you what I got. I got the 4 of Cups.
Okay.
So some people are dissatisfied. The Queen of Swords. Now this could be Ghislaine, or this could be just legal justice stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Then I get Temperance, which is about healing. The 6 of Wands, but reversed. So that's victory reversed. And then I got the Hanged Man. It's going to cause them to look at things from a different perspective.
You know what, though? Major Arcana ending cards, though, I think, and the Hanged Man and the World, like, there just might be something that sort of, this might be the end of them, you know? He might fall in a sinkhole in Scotland while he's trying to golf, I guess, if he still can.
So this is the end of him or the end of MAGA?
It might be. No, it'll never be the end of MAGA. There'll always be a few of those people hanging around. But it seems like there's something that happens because the major arcanas at the end are sort of finality cards.
It's interesting because the Hangman and the World card they're like opposite each other in the Rider-Waite deck, right?
Yeah. So
let me just
2112.
Grab that. Yeah, 12 and 21. It's still the base number 3, right?
Mm-hmm. So I feel like there's going to be something else that sort of erases that from Fancy right now.
Who's Fancy?
Whatever's fancy on the news.
Oh, so you see these cards are the same card, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like we're in the upside down. That's what it feels like. We're all in the upside down, and I think MAGA's going to be in the upside down. I think their ascendancy is over. That I would say.
Probably.
But then, like, I guess the point with MAGA is who is going to take over MAGA. Like, there's going to be this horse race to see who can be the most terrible person who can take over MAGA. But it's a cult, and if the dear leader is dethroned, I don't know if anybody can take it over. Do you know what I mean?
I know. Right. I don't know. I think it'll just probably fizzle out into sort of a non-movement when people kind of like come together, you know. It'll be like just those few old people that still kind of believe in that stuff. And, you know, I don't want to say old, but cluster of people, and then it would just be, honestly, I don't see the future as like hanging on to this whole ethic. Even if JD gets in there, they've done so much damage. JD's not coming back after 2028.
We should maybe pull some cards on JD.
I did have a WTF question for him. I just can't stand him. I have a when question.
Okay.
He does make my blood boil. Talk about boiling skin. When is he going to be? When is he going to be president? When?
Okay. Was that the WTF question, or is that your question?
That was my WTF question.
Okay. How many cards are you picking?
One.
Okay.
This one is
we'll I'm not going to look at it. We'll put it up together and we'll see what it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's upside down.
I got the 9, the Hermit.
I got the 3. 3, 9. 3, 9, 2026.
September is very highlighted right now.
September 3rd, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Now in September, Saturn goes back into Pisces. It goes back into Pisces on the 1st of September. So that's really like Saturn. Saturn has been in Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, and it was dissolving away all the structures. Then it went into Aries, and it got new life. But now it's going to go back into Pisces to finish the dissolving away of the old. And he's the old, right?
Yeah. It is really, really interesting as the new moon having an opposition to Pluto and Leo, and watching this Pluto and Leo generation, observing what's going on. And then, we lost Ozzy Osbourne and Pluto and Leo, all these sort of exit points where they're having a Uranus return.
We also lost Hulk Hogan. He had a lot of Leo in his chart. He had his South Node in Leo. I think he has Pluto on the South Node, all the Leo stuff. All that really hardcore, can't let go of stardom Leo stuff.
Yeah. Good. I mean, not good, but it's just interesting to sort of notice that as we had that opposition occurring.
Well, it wasn't somebody commented that they're exhausted. Since it's an exhausting summer. Let's just put it that way. I mean, that's not going to stop really. Yeah. And then when everything starts to, we're still in the, things are going to move back into Pisces. Things are just going to start to just dissolve.
And, when it's really, we've been having really extreme with that new moon where it was really hot and then it rained an hour later and it was crazy, like 20 degrees cooler. It's hard for your body to adjust to that, these weird weather extremes, when they happen abruptly and when they're extreme in temperature too. And it is exhausting. It's literally exhausting to keep yourself trying to keep your own temperature regulated and hydrated. You don't even know you're dehydrated. You don't even know that you are dehydrated when you're dehydrated. And it's exhausting. It really is.
Self-care, guys. I mean, we have to survive this summer.
Yeah.
We have to survive this summer. Once we do that, when we get into 2026, the energy is going to shift. It's going to feel different. It might not be calmer, but it'll at least we'll be feeling like we're moving in the right direction. I think that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. That's why it's hard I don't think of MAGA as something that's a long-lasting thing. Because I don't believe that it's got the energy to withstand, if it does, then we're just perpetuating hate, right? And I don't think that, I think that runs out. I think it runs out. I'm over it. Like, I'm so sick of, I can't even deal with that crap anymore.
There's always going to be the hate mongers out there, but I think that a lot of the people who did vote for Trump voted with the idea that he was going to change things, and he's not changing anything. And of course we knew that. We knew he wasn't going to change anything, but they were like, well, let's give it a shot, right? Let's give it a shot. Let's see what the guy can do. Well, the guy can lie like a rug. That's what the guy can do.
I knew he was gonna change things, but he was completely retaliatory. He didn't do anything good for anybody but for his 1% or 2%.
That was the only thing
I
he did
knew
the
that was
first
going to
time.
change.
The only
Well,
thing
this
he
was
did
radical change, though. There was a big pull when Elon was the headliner and all that shit was going on. That was historical. And the CDC, like all these like big polls of research and stuff like that, that was historical. Nobody would ever think that something like that would get torn away.
So Sandra wants to know when justice will ever happen to end this nightmare that she gets so angry and she can't sleep. Sandra, you got to let it go. It's not helping you.
When will this particular nightmare be over? I don't know. I'm on my third jar of Nutella, you guys. I can't like dose it out anymore. It's just like every time I think we're getting closer. It almost is scary to the point where it is a part of what I first think of when I wake up in the morning. And that is not a good thing to occupy space in your head with every day.
Yeah.
And that early in the day. That's why I draw like in the morning before like all the input starts overwhelming me. I need to learn how to focus myself. I say that on ChatGPT, Teresa, and it says no every day. When is this going to end?
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't think there's much time left, honestly.
So for when is this nightmare going to end? I pulled the Lovers card. And that is a choice. That is a choice. You are in the nightmare or you're not in the nightmare. It's your choice.
Yeah.
You can participate in the nightmare or not. And it's a long-term commitment, so it's work.
Well, I picked 3 cards on that. I got anxiety, judgment, so an inevitable judgment, and a victory. And I do not think that's his victory. So it is, if it makes you feel any better, it's going to be much better on the other side of this. There's something about this that had to happen. And
you don't know. You truly don't know until you look back at the whole story at the end and you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense now. Why we needed to go through that, that purge needed to happen. Honest to God. And it will be over, and it is something that you can negotiate how often you engage in it. You can say, I'm going to give the nightmare a half an hour today and go through your feed, your half hour, and it'll still like malinger, but just give it like a scheduled time. Control the nightmare.
There's a lot of all caps tonight.
I know. I know.
That's fine. You can use all caps. Everybody, there's no problem with that. All right. So somebody was asking whether so-and-so, a certain devilish person criminal is actually deceased.
Oh, Epstein? If he's really deceased? Or
Is he?
was that a story? In the comments, I didn't see. People want to know? We did this last week too, but let's just see, because you know what? He's too present. Now there's more footage. There's more photos. One card flipped over. Which one? Queen of Wands knows. Sandra, you could write in all caps anytime you want. Don't worry about it.
Please do. Please do. I was just joshing you. Just joshing you. No judgment. This is a no judgment zone unless you happen to be the color of a mango.
I do get that he's dead. You know, I got a yes card right away. Queen of Wands would be yes, he's dead. And she probably, whoever it is, knows. And then there's a lot of shooting down of more information and messages, right? Another 8 of Wands thing where it's like, and she is, there'll be a lot of backstories around this for a long, long, long time. I don't know if we're ever going to forget it. And 4 of Cups, there's a loss.
I got the Star. This card is coming up a lot. A lot. Of course, that's Aquarius. Pluto's in Aquarius. Then I got the Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So pages are girls. So young girls. Okay. And then the Ace of Pentacles, money, a new not a new adventure, a new venture. But then I get this card a lot for him too. The 6 of Wands, swords, moving over water, escaping, right? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't. Chances are he is, but there's no way he hung it.
That is a passing. I could see where 6 of Swords is, you know, a passing. I mean, I don't know what,
you know,
if he isn't, then what are we going to do about it?
Well, you know what those cards kind of said to me, that you know, I feel like there has to be, like, the women have to get their justice before he's out.
Yeah.
And that may be like, he may be in the like what, the 10th level of hell, or in Tartarus somewhere, right? And he's not allowed to move on.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to evolve until all his victims get their recompense.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I honestly think he's more of an earthbound spirit than alive. And I think that is the way I've been able to compensate that story in my own head, is like, this guy is earthbound.
Yeah.
And walking in a phantom form. And we give it energy. You know, good spirits aren't the only ones that sort of reignite visions, fears, signs, and, you know, signals and lights and stuff like that. Sometimes the ones that are malefic will tease you too. And I think he's one of them.
One of the things, I did do his numerology.
Yeah.
And he has quite a few master numbers, right? So when a soul has master numbers, they know better, and they know the consequences of their choices more than somebody without master numbers. And so I think that Well, I think he was a very discharged person, and so an egomaniac. That all that ego stuff. These people think that they are that they have that they're so powerful that they don't have to answer to anybody, right?
Yeah.
So, but cosmic justice has her eyes wide open.
I asked if he was an earthbound spirit, and the tower card flew out. That's what I bent over to get.
Oh.
Trapped, entrapped, entrapments. It's a castle. It's a castle, you guys.
This is the card I got.
Tell me.
With his cankles and everything.
Earthbound spirit. Earth, pentacles, bound to the chair, stuck to the floor. Yeah. He's in that space. I think that's a way to sort of, I know somebody mentioned that his brother watched the autopsy. Nobody else got to see anything. Cremation, I'm assuming. So there's no evidentiary data anywhere, right? And we don't really know. So we know that when people are who swing on a low vibration like that, it makes sense. Xenia wants to ask, where did all the Epstein money come from? That's where we get into the spy territory.
Okay, where did all the money come from? I'm only going to pick a couple of cards on that one.
Let's see. He wasn't like a rich kid or anything, like family money or anything like that. I'll get the card with the gold edges on there and see what happens. This is where we think he's probably a spy. And I think I saw a couple of things come up about him being a spy. And I'm like, well, that makes sense too. That makes sense too. Yeah.
Well, that honeypot stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Where did his money come from? Ooh, fell out. Is that the only one? Yep. Four of Pentacles fell out right away. Where did his money come from? Maybe he didn't have as much as reported.
Well, Four of Pentacles can be wealthy people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll let you pick and then I'll show you what I got.
How many cards you got?
I picked 5.
Okay. All right. So the first one was Four of Pentacles. And then I got 8 of Wands.
That's information.
Yeah. Yeah. Did he bribe people? Like, is that, what he taped them and bribed them kind of thing? The Empress. But I can't imagine extortion. Three of Pentacles. And then the Knave of Wands. So the Page of Wands.
So that's more information. That's like, right?
So I think it was a lot of like the recording of, and there's a extortion. It was that kind of a thing. Yeah. Kind of what's happening now. Right?
So you got them all, right? You did all of them?
Yes, that was 5.
Okay. It's not like it's hard for me to follow sometimes because you go in and out. And I know it's the internet, so there's nothing we can do about it. So First card up is the King of Cups. and then the Death card, and then the Queen of Cups. Of course, the Queen of Cups is the psychic queen, right? She can see through the cup.
Yeah.
And then I got the Hierophant, which is the government, and then the Wheel of Fortune, which is a change in fortune. So I think that, I think it was, the honeypot stuff. It was, the kind of people that he dealt with. They were girls. They were young. So that's really bad if you're a politician. So he was used to giving people who had everything the one thing that they could only get from him, and he taped it all. And that's it was probably mostly bribe money to keep quiet. And it's kind of what Ghislaine is doing with Trump now. She's like, I'll be quiet and I won't, because her family sent that little book to the Washington, to the not Washington, the Wall Street Journal.
Oh.
It was her family that sent that. So she's given him the message, I got the goods on you, mister, and you better come and talk to me. And now they're saying, oh, she was so good, and her lawyer's like, oh, she answered all the questions truthfully. I'm so proud of her. In the meantime, she's the Black Widow. She's smarter than all of them.
Yeah.
She's smarter than all of them.
There was one thing I wanted that came up that occurred to me. I'm like, why didn't Biden release those files? Who was he protecting? None of this would have happened.
All right, let's ask why Biden didn't release the files.
I want to know.
Well, they're not, it's a lot of information.
And I know it's a lot of old boy network stuff, and I'm sure some friends of his own, but is it that widespread that he could have stopped it? He could have stopped this from happening.
Who, Biden?
If he had released the files and all this shit came out about, that's, what we can only imagine is the most horrific thing.
Why didn't Biden? Okay.
It was shut down. He did. He did bring it up. They've been burying this for a long time. They didn't let Paula Z said Biden couldn't release them. He couldn't, her trial was happening during his pregnancy. I see that now.
What's that? Say that again.
That he wanted to, the Page of Wands or the Ace of Wands page, actually. And then the Justice card. So this was blocked by Justice there. And then the 10 of Pentacles.
Which is big money.
Big money. It's been buried. Yeah. But I guess there was a trial going on at the same time, and overlap would have been conflict or something. Basic blackmail. Yes, Yvonne, basic blackmail. Yeah.
You know what I think? Let me show you what I got.
Yeah,
I got the Two of Wands, which says to me he was distracted by things over the ocean. So that was probably Ukraine and Russia and all of that stuff. So and Israel, right? And Israel. So he had all that on his plate.
Yeah.
There was I think they actually did follow the money. That's why Wyden out of Oregon, I think he's from Oregon, said that $1.1 billion between, so the money has been followed. And he did do, and that was discovered. He started that investigation during the Biden administration. So they did do something on that.
Yes.
Then we get the heartbreak here. And I think this is the heartbreak of having to give up the presidency and then giving it to Kamala. And then, like, I think he might have intended to do it, but he only had 4 years, and look at what he did in 4 years, right? And then I get the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. So this seems like legal. So this could be the deal. It could have been Garland, I guess, maybe. And then this could be the King of Wands. Could be Clinton.
Yeah,
And it
there's
might not have been. It might not have been. I don't. First of all, I don't think he had. I think he ran out of time. Second of all, I think he we already were in a place of upheaval, and if some of our more, the people that we admired got dragged down into things, it wouldn't. I don't know how much it would have helped America from his perspective. But I think it was a number of reasons why. I don't think it was just one thing. And I don't think he was trying to protect people necessarily.
yeah, it
I
was. He
think,
definitely
I
got
think
blocked. It was out there.
I think he applied pressure where, like, the best thing to always do in these situations is follow the money.
Right.
It's always about following the money. And I think he did that. It's just that now Trump is president, and so we don't know anything about it.
So it seems like because it's something that makes me think, why didn't he do that? But he did get blocked. So, and then he was gone, but it's just
right.
like,
and then
that is part of the old boy network kind of thing, protecting people.
I think the old boy network is the Heritage Society and it could have been the Supreme Court people, right? And Leo and Barr. Barr is in deep with Epstein.
Yeah.
His father is the one who brought him to Dalton Academy to teach with no nothing. He didn't have a teaching certificate. He didn't even graduate college.
Yeah. Huh? He had a bunch of jobs. I don't know why I even kept this detail in my head, because I really don't give a shit, honestly, that he had a bunch of jobs he wasn't qualified for, because for whatever sort of, under whatever reason he acquired them. Who knows? I don't know.
I think he talked his way into it. I think he was a very intelligent, conniving person that you like. Like, he didn't show you the dark side of him unless you happen to be a young girl or a woman caught in his web. Otherwise, he seemed like erudite and kind of a mystery man, and he had an island, and those things were, in the old days, weren't looked upon as detriments. Now we're like, oh, what's the deal here, right? I think one of the things we've gotten from this whole thing is that we don't trust people who have a lot of money, nor should we. I'm not talking about like normal money. I'm talking about crazy money.
I think he killed him.
Who?
Bill Barr.
Well, I think Trump did, because he was his business partner pretty much.
I think he actually called it to do that.
Well, I think Trump called it, and he sent Barr in to give him the message. You can do this or this. And, we're assuming he's dead, but maybe he's not. Maybe he's on some island. I don't know.
Yeah.
He seems to like islands.
No, I think he's an earthbound dark energy. And I think Barr killed him, or at least made the call. Yeah. Yep.
Well, he was connected to, I think, Israeli intelligence, or just a special force guy can come in looking like Joe Blow, the what do you call it? It takes us like a second. It takes a second. for somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yep.
I think Barr was a little too chubby to get the upper hand on him. I mean,
I think he was that. Yeah, I don't think he could hold the noose that tight, but I think he definitely made the call. That's like just an old style way of doing things, you know, just the mob style, like a Putin style way of doing shit. Just like make them non-existent anymore.
we could call it Putin. We could call it, Sopranos. It's revenge.
Yep. Yep. Yet it still comes up though, right? It still comes up to haunt Donnie as if it happened yesterday. I hope this makes his ankles swell even bigger, right? And his heart congest even faster. And he takes a dive in some horrible, he has to go to some rural Scotland hospital that has nothing for him. And when he trips over himself in the golf course there.
We have 5 minutes. Do you want to pull on the presidency of J.D. Vance, how that's going to go for him?
Okay, we could. Yeah, let's do that.
I think I'm going to start with 5 cards, I think.
Okay.
We only have 5 minutes, a minute a card, maybe.
Okay. It is. It's all mobby type stuff. Still happens. JD's presidency. We'll see. That's going to be just a joke. That'll be so much fun to just pull apart. Did you see his Nantucket welcome with his big, the picture of him that was what got somebody arrested in some airport somewhere?
Yeah, the one with, he's got like a giant like potato head. Yeah.
Oh, it's not going to be good for him. Yeah.
You want to go first?
I got the Queen of Cups and the Magician. So there they are. They're going to the White House. Usha and JD. The red and the blue. Look at that. That's interesting. The 9 of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The 10 of Swords. Like, he can't do anything right, you guys. We've already seen this. Yeah. We've already seen that he's just like a imbecile kind of, right? 5 of Wands. So they're all fighting around him and about him. And then the 8 of Swords. So this could be just mental torture, just too much going on cognitively. This could be that he just has found himself in a situation that is difficult to get out of because of all of the laws, the swords, right? All of the roadblock laws around him.
Okay. I got the King of Cups crossed by the Ace of Pentacles. So he's sitting here, sitting pretty on his little throne, right? Thinking all self-satisfied. And then the economy comes. Then the economy comes crashing on him, right? And underneath I get the 9 of Swords. So high anxiety. In the past, I get the 8 of Cups. So I want to say that he has in the past walked away from things before they were done. And then I get the 8 of Wands in the sky. So information coming in, lots of things happening. It could even be some sort of attack from the sky with that.
Yes.
But then I get the Star. So this gives me hope, because I think that if this does happen, because he's so pliable in a way,
Yes.
he's going to do what he gets pressured to do.
He'll do what he gets pressured to do. I totally agree.
Right? And I think we're going to have to do the pressuring, because I think we can get him to do almost anything we want him to do with the right pressure.
I totally agree. That is classic opportunist, and we know he's an opportunist. They will they will find the opportunity that best suits their interest and go towards that. So it might be a completely different ball game because he sees an advancement in a different opportunity that's different than what he's doing right now. But I think he's going to find it exquisitely difficult to maintain that position.
I don't think he's going to be there for long.
Not for long.
He might be like a 2-year or 3-year president.
But we are seeing more and more decline, more word salad. I notice a lot of just completely tangential speech. So every time I see them, I'm like, we're getting a little closer. We're getting a little closer. So I know it's not going to be too much longer. We'll be talking about a whole different thing soon. But
maybe not next week, but soon.
September seems highlighted in the readings. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, no matter what happens, we'll be here.
Yeah.
Mystic Sisters Live.
Yes.
Trying to figure out WTF of the week.
Yep. And we will. And it'll be good. Everybody's going to be okay.
Remember, it's the Mystic Sisters Mystic Sister card this week.
That's right.
So talk to your friends, connect your web, because my said the spider to the fly, and a special happy birthday to Mick Jagger.
Oh, I know.
I love you, Mick.
Yes. Oh my gosh, he's 82 today. You said that this morning too. Yeah.
I can't get no.
I'm gonna definitely listen to some Rolling Stone. Love you guys. And we will see you next week or in the morning with Giblets for his Oracle pick of the week and Vicky's daily and maybe some Venetian night stuff. Who knows?
Take care, everyone. We love you. Thank you.
Dark Politics. Before we go, Dark Politics wants to know how the voodoo doll is. It's still in the same location. I did have to open the window a couple times. I had to do some stuff, so I just put it down. It's out there. It's rained and spider webby and dirty. And I'll activate it again. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.